It's here! EcoFlow Delta 2. I'm pretty excited to have the Delta 2. It's one of those power stations that I feel like for the first time has targeted a certain niche in the power station world that should be able to fit a lot of people's needs. The criteria for things that I look for in a power station comes down to the lithium iron phosphate battery, which finally, thankfully, EcoFlow has switched over to lithium iron phosphate batteries. I'm really excited for that. Also, a powerful inverter. This has a 1800 watt inverter. If someone goes out to buy a gas generator, I feel like the common size is right around 2000 watts. And so offering an inverter of 1800 watts is an excellent choice of inverter size. Also the size of the power station itself, not the battery size per se, but the actual physical size. I feel like the physical dimensions of this power station are very reasonable, and it weighs 27 pounds. So it's nothing crazy where some power stations weigh like 60 pounds or sometimes even more. They lose the term portable. Lithium iron phosphate battery, 1800 watt pure sine wave inverter, and it's good portable size. And of course, among many other things that this power station offers. Anyways, for now, I want to get right into the unboxing. This is a sweet power station, and I can't wait to unbox it and start using it. As usual, EcoFlow has amazing package quality. Right on top, we've got the instruction manual with the warranty card. You got this styrofoam right on the top of the unit. And the unit itself, oh dang. Which was also sitting on some styrofoam. Here's our box full of cables. Sweet. 27 pounds. I love these carry handles. I noticed something that was cool on the River 2 Max, and that is that the carry handle is in the back, in the rear of the power station. Because of the placement of the handle in the rear, it makes it so nothing can be set right up against where the fans are. Like on this power station, the fans are on the top on either side, but unfortunately the handles on this one are on the outside here. It would be kind of cool if the Delta 2 copied what the River 2 Max did to make it so, like, if there's a wall, you can't cover the fans right up against the wall because the handles are in the way. I really like about EcoFlow that they have such a sturdy product. I mean, just holding it, looking at it, feeling everything, you can just tell that it's a very robust product. On the bottom, they've got these printouts for the feet, and then they've got the super durable handles. The whole unit just feels very solid and robust. Let's go ahead and see what's in the box. You got the little rice dry bags. 3 cables. We've got the very well-known power cord. This you can use to charge the unit via AC. I believe you can charge this power station up to 80% in 50 minutes, which is crazy fast. When I first heard about fast charging on power stations, I thought, well, that's dumb, because if you're fast charging the power station all the time, you're just ruining the battery much quicker. But then I realized when you're in a situation of like a power outage and there's like a natural disaster going on and the power intermittently comes back on and off, in those circumstances, you want to be able to quickly recharge your power station while there is power, because if the power only comes on for 1 to 2 hours and you don't have a quick enough recharge time on your power station, then you won't have enough power when the power goes out again. If the power comes back on only for an hour or two and you have the ability to quickly recharge in an hour, then you're quickly able to replenish your needs and you'll be able to have extra power during the power outage. And then also too, like if you're using this for camping and whatnot and you forgot to recharge it and you're just about to head out the door, you can quickly plug it in and get it mostly charged, ready for your trip. So in those two seldom circumstances, I can see the benefit of having fast charging. On a regular basis, it's a much better idea to slow charge your power station to preserve the longevity of your battery. Okay, the second cord we've got, the XT60 plug. that plugs into the DC charging port that converts into the car adapter. You can plug this into your car and charge while you're on the road. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this can charge at 8 amps. And the third cord that they provided us with is the DC 5521 barrel plugs, male to male. So that's it. Those are the 3 cords that they provide you with, the Delta 2. However, I'm a little confused why they provided this third one, this DC barrel plug. I don't see this as a very common plug. What I really wished they would have done, instead of including this plug, I really wish they would have included an XT60 to MC4 connector for solar, because in my opinion that is like the biggest use for the portable power stations, is that you want to be able to recharge them via solar for emergencies, for camping, for all those types of scenarios. Big reasons of why people buy power stations in the first place. So why did EcoFlow decide to include this plug instead of XT60 to MC4 connector? If you have any thoughts about that, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your opinion about that. Hey, oh, what's that? This is from EcoFlow? Thanks. Thank you. What do you know? It's an EcoFlow MC4 to XT60 cable. Interesting. Rice bag. How about that? Ask and ye shall receive. Or should I say, complain about it and you'll get it. That's funny. It says on the package this is a 2.5 meter cable. What is that? That's like 9 feet, 8 or 9 feet. Yeah, so this is a pretty lengthy cord. This is just what I wanted. We've got the XT60 and the MC4 connectors. So it's there, ready to go. Hook it right up to your solar panel. That's sweet. Thank you, EcoFlow, for sending this out. All joking aside, it was either the same day or the very next day that I went out and checked the mail, and lo and behold, in the mailbox was this package, and I didn't know who it was from, so I ripped it open and then saw that it was from EcoFlow. I was quite baffled because I was not expecting another package from EcoFlow. I didn't get any notification or email about it. Just randomly, this box with this cord shows up in the mail. So apparently they're shipping these out with the Delta 2 separately, I guess. Nonetheless, we've got it and we're grateful. So we're good to go. Right, moving onward. This is the business side of things, where we've got the main display that tells us all of our information. Let's turn it on for the first time. One short tap on the button will turn it on. It's not immediate. It's like a 1 or 2 second delay. If you short tap it again, the display screen will turn off, but the power station will remain on, as you can see with the indicator light. And then if you tap it again, that'll wake it up. They ship the unit right about 30% charge. This one's showing 29%. Up front, we've got 2 USB-A plugs, and then 2 more USB-A plugs that are fast charging. And then we also have 2 USB-C 100-watt charging plugs as well. That's all that we have up front. And then if you want to turn the unit off, you just press and hold it. And that's interesting. You can hear the fans kick on just for a few seconds as the unit powers off. Then looking at this side, we've got this plug. This is called an extra battery port. And it's got this nice rubber cover that you can just snap back into place to prevent any dust from getting in. You'll use this port if you have an extra smart battery or an extra smart max battery from EcoFlow. The battery size it comes with is 1 kilowatt hour. The extra battery that is available for purchase is also 1 kilowatt hours. So if you bought that, you'd have 2 kilowatt hours worth of power. Though I don't recommend that because the extra smart battery is almost as costly as the Delta 2 itself. And without the Delta 2, the smart battery is utterly worthless. If you're gonna spend that much anyways on an additional battery, you might as well just spend a little bit more and get 2 of the Delta 2s and skip the battery. From what I understand, they also have the option to connect via this port to the Smart Max battery, which is a 2 kilowatt battery. So you could plug that along with the Delta 2 and ramp your power supply clear up to 3 kilowatt hours of battery supply. It's expandable power if you need that. Otherwise, kind of what I'm banking on is the fact that it has 500 watts of solar input. And so when I go camping and use this on trips and whatnot, my plan is to pump a lot of solar into the Delta 2 to cover all of my needs. Now back at the other side, we've got all of the charging up top, and then below we have 6 of the AC plugs available, 2 of which have the ability to plug in the 3-prong plugs. And then to turn it on, you just tap the button. Just kidding. So to turn on the AC or DC section back here, you do first have to obviously turn the power on. So the power station is on. Now I can short tap both the AC and the DC sections on or off just with a short tap. That turns them on or off. Also, if you do have the AC or DC section powered on back here, if you long press and turn the whole unit off, it shuts the AC and DC section off in the back as well. And then the third section back here on bottom is the DC output. You've got a dust plug. Also, they have 2 additional DC output ports that use the DC 5521 plug. I'm very grateful that they included those because in my camper, I plan to run a diesel heater as well as my 12-volt refrigerator. And they both have the large 12-volt plug. I'm not sure if there's an actual technical name for that. But with this only having one of those ports, I wouldn't be able to run both my diesel heater and the 12-volt fridge. So because they provided these 2 DC 5521 plugs, I can buy an adapter. I actually bought an adapter on Amazon for $5 that you can just plug into the slot here, and it will provide a second DC output port. And there's a third one that you could have 3 of them. So that allows me to run both my diesel heater and my 12-volt fridge, as well as have a third extra port. Up here, got this little flap to cover the ports. We've got the DC input and the AC input. And then this is like a circuit breaker button. And you know, I mean, this has a cover, this has a cover. The expandable battery connection port also has a dust plug, but yet these 6 AC plugs, the 2 DC 5521 plugs, and all of the USBs don't have any dust ports. Not all companies do provide dust covers for the ports, but that is something I would like to see in future versions because especially when you take a unit like this that costs so much money and you take it camping where it's dirty, dusty, dust can very easily get into these ports and whatnot. It would be a nice upgrade to have dust covers on all of the open ports. I will note one thing. About a year or 2 ago, I did buy the original EcoFlow Delta. I remember when I first saw it, it was such a cool new invention / toy type thing that was coming onto the market. And I look back now today, the past couple of years, power stations have blown up. The companies and customers, everyone has gone crazy over power stations, but especially with new tech that's been developed in lithium iron phosphate batteries and all these cool things. I remember when I bought the original EcoFlow Delta, it costed a lot more than this. I'm pretty sure I recall paying right around $1,200 for the original EcoFlow Delta, and this I got for $850 included with 2 100-watt rigid solar panels. In a way, I got this power station for like $650, which is almost half of the original EcoFlow Delta. One thing I was not a fan of on the original Delta is that they had regular use of the 3 sides, with the 4th side being blank. They had the screen and the USBs on the front. They had the AC and DC input charging section on the side, and then the AC-DC output on the rear. And I did not like that because when you're placing this power station in a confined space, for one, it's really nice to have all of the ports that you need on one side. Whether it be the large side or the front, it's just really nice to have all the ports that you need on one side. But I'm glad EcoFlow has moved the input charging from the side to the same side as the AC and DC output. Both AC and DC input and output are now on one side instead of on two sides, while the main screen is still up front. So I do like that. I'm excited for this unit. This video is a very basic unboxing along with a few of my thoughts and impressions about the unit. I'll be posting several more videos upcoming in the future about the Delta 2 as well as the River 2 Max that I also got during these crazy Black Friday deals going on. They have some really good tactics. Fear of missing out. Oh no, am I gonna get the deal or not, you know? So what I plan to use this power station for is my future campers. I've been talking about using this for camping and whatnot, and kind of what my hope is that this power station will meet all of my needs for camping. I'll be using a lot of solar power with it to keep the unit charged up and ready to go all the time, being able to power the devices I need, lights and cameras and whatnot. But thanks for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.